What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This week has been so chaotic, I really haven't had time to film any normal content. So it's Sunday, probably going to work about a half day today. We got a few things to finish up around here, so I'm just going to take you with me and show you what a slow day looks like around the shop. Let's get all the doors open before it becomes 1,000 degrees in here. There's so many mowers. All right, so as far as stuff we have to get done today, this Cub Cadet needs a new deck belt. It broke the spring tensioner, supposedly, which I ordered blindly off the internet. I didn't see the mower before, I had to get parts in the shop to get it done this weekend. So hopefully we got the right spring, full tune-up, and a new throttle cable because he said something on the throttle cable broke. I had to use my hand to pick the choke up to crank it, so that should be a pretty easy, quick fix on this one. Oh yeah, and we got to change the battery out. And this Husqvarna right here, we also got to clean the shop up. I don't know if you heard. There's stuff rolling around everywhere from the battles yesterday. This Husqvarna right here has a Briggs & Stratton on it. The customer tried to tackle a governor himself. I'm not really sure the whole story behind it or how the governor even became an issue. But he said he took the bottom, took the motor off, took the sump off, fixed the governor, put it back on. And when I questioned him about it, when I picked it up, I was like, so did you take it to wide open throttle and, turn your little governor arm, yada, 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 how you adjust it. And he was perplexed by my question. So hopefully this is just a adjust the governor job. That's probably all we're going to try to do today. If this has to be another pull the motor and fix the governor, we're going to do it next weekend. So we need to try to figure that out. Then we got an X mark in the very back, the camouflage one back there. I got to put a few of the guards back on the back of it. The red X mark right in front of you, we just got to do an oil change on it pretty much. It came in for a severe oil leak. Turns out it had a hole in the oil filter. So we'll put a new filter on it, change the oil. That should be good to go. But I'm going to get all this mess picked up in the shop, and then I'll pick the camera back up when we start on the Cub Cadet. If we want any chance of being out of here by lunch, we got to really step on the gas. All right, let's see what we got here. So this is the spring that's broke. And it went to here, and the springs, well, here's the other half of the spring. So that's about how big it was. Let me grab the springs I ordered and see if we're dead in the water before we even get going here. So this is my blind guess on the internet spring, and that's going to be it. The hooks are a little bit of a different size, but the spring gauge and the length looks pretty accurate, so that's good. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am kind of deal. Let's get this old belt off of here really quick. Whoa. Damn it. Super cool tree frog. Boop. Oh, man. You wouldn't believe how many customers that I get in that's like, oh, I take such good care of my machines. Always clean them. No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, great. It has ants in it. That's good. I hate that. When it's not like a stud welded to the bracket, it's just a 3-bolt, so it has a head on the backside. Just the way manufacturers cut costs. All right, so there's the old belt. And the new belt. Huh, that's hilarious. So that belt routing sticker is for like one of those just 42-inch Craftsman or Troy built decks that have 2 spindles and then 2 idler pulleys. Like that deck right there. You gotta love MTD. Just don't even put the right stickers on your stuff. That's awesome. I'm sorry if I'm a little winded right now, but I gotta vent for a second. I think these Cub Cadets look just as good as the next guy, so I can't really blame nobody for buying one. They're a good looking machine. But Jesus Christ, this is my least favorite deck I've ever worked on. I got a 2-foot breaker bar in this tensioner, and it was absolutely all I could do just to get the belt put back on. And I had to pull the guards back off, but nevertheless, we got it. I was trying not to get too sweaty today. I'm extremely sweaty. That is all. All right, now that that's done, move on to the service and the throttle cable. So none of you really know who I am or like what I do or what, what's really going on. I'll make a video in the future addressing that, but just a little quick rundown. I'm a welder in a chemical plant, and 3 months ago I decided to start a small engine shop on the side. So after work at about 6 in the evening until usually dark, I'm down here slaving away. And then for the last 3 months, every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this is where I've been. And the end goal is eventually to quit my job and just do YouTube. I already do TikTok and run my small engine shops. I got a 2-year plan to grow this small engine shop into something I can do full time, and also do YouTube and other social medias to help bridge the divide between what I'm sure the income gap is going to be doing this and what I make at my current job. It's getting really hard to keep up with content and customers because I'm pretty well overpromised on every front right now. And the flood of customers I've had lately, or really ever since I started, has been just crazy. I have been just on the verge of not keeping up. I've done pretty well to have every customer turned around in less than a week. And it's been harder and harder to make content because it's getting harder and harder to fulfill those obligations I have to these customers to get them turned around. Today, I really don't want to be here, but I have to in order to keep up production at the shop and also to hit my weekly YouTube video. So I'm dedicated to not missing any videos. What you're going to see today, I'm going to upload, today's Sunday, I'm going to upload it the same day. I want to be out of here by 12. Go home, eat some lunch, have this video edited by 1, 2, 3 o'clock, and then upload. So everything you're seeing is same day. So if you're watching, if you watched any of the other videos, if you stuck around this far in this one, I really appreciate you. You're helping me grow what I'm trying to grow. And I hope you come back for another one. But don't leave for this one. This one isn't even almost over yet. I actually think it's June 1st. I'm gonna lie and say I did it yesterday. I'm such a rebel. Here's our new throttle cable. Oh, they really wound that one up. Wow. It's a little kinky, but so am I. That's okay. So this just has squeeze tabs on the back and it should pop right out. Will you just pop out for me? Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's going great. Yes, beautiful. Yoink. So to verify, we got no start when it's not choked. Why does that sound crazy? That doesn't sound natural, but anyway. Choke. All right, that's working right. So now all we got left to do is throw the battery on this one, and it's going to be out of here. This thing's hogging up most of the door to get these other gigantic mowers in here out. So I'm going to rip that cover off the back of this Husqvarna, and we'll try to see if we can adjust the governor really quick. That's the goal with that one anyway. He just didn't adjust the governor correctly after he replaced it. And we don't have to pull that motor off next weekend. So let me get the cover off and we'll see. Take my throttle and go wide open with it. We're going to turn the governor all the way clockwise. Now we tighten our nut back up. There we go. They can touch a little bit. This is a mower I had to do a output shaft seal and a sump gasket on. I'm quite certain it's not leaking. I've heat cycled it a time or two, but I really need to run it with a PTO pulling. So I'm gonna put the guarding back on the back of this one. We'll load it up with that big red one we just finished, and I'm gonna take it home and cut grass with it. Make sure it doesn't leak, and then we'll get it back to the customer. I forgot to do the snap thing. I'm not a good YouTuber yet. Guards back on. Let's go get this one loaded up too. Well, all right, guys, there you have it. Shop's a lot more open. We could probably keep going. It's 10 o'clock right now, but I'm beat. I'm beat, guys. I'm gonna go home and edit this video and enjoy the 2 hours that I could stay pulling that motor and getting it prepped for next weekend's battles, because I think I got a motor swap. I got to do the governor on that one. This is a full tune-up and blades, and you never know what else is rolling in here. I haven't advertised in a month, and people still keep calling every week. It's great. I appreciate you for staying this late in the video. No clue how it's going to turn out. I hope it was watchable. We're going to send this off with the filter we just pulled off that X-Mark. I'm going to cut it open because I believe that that motor's probably hurt. So as an outro, we'll cut a filter open. And this thing had brand new oil in it for a minute too, because when I got it, it had leaked so much it was really low on oil. So I put some fresh oil in it, almost 2 full quarts. Okay, I got that too. I ain't right off Jump Street. Need a rag. We'll set that down. See how sparkly? That's not really what you want right there. And the filter is even harder to tell, but it does have metal in the filter too. It's not crazy, but give me a second. I found a chunk of metal a second ago. See that chunk right there in the bottom of that pleat? And then like that right there at the tip of my thumb is a chunk right there. All right, I think I hear my last customer of the day pulling up to pick up his generator, so he's old man. Let me get this off before he thinks I'm crazy. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.